Hey guys, what's up? Diana here from Memories That Stick. Welcome back to my channel. This week we are going to be planning the week of January 3rd through 9th, and we're using this kit from Sadie Stickers called Winter Nights. This kit was perfect for this week because it snowed for the first time this week. We had a snow day on Thursday, the 6th, I believe, so perfect timing for this kit. Here is the full boxes. They're in silver foil. A really pretty kit. Around the date covers, I'm going to be using these pretty snowflake half dividers from Honey Inked. And then I'm so sorry guys, but I went ahead and I already did the little monthly section, and I will show you what I used for that. I used more little, they're called autumn branches, but I felt like these branches worked really well with the florals that I used, and the florals that I used are from Sadie Stickers. They looked like this, and then I used another bow box from the Giving Girl this week. I also always use my monthly scripts from Paper Trail Plans. So if you want to see me use this kit for this week, please keep watching. Alright everyone, voiceover Diana here. Hi, how are ya? I don't know if anyone watches Jeffree Star, but if you do, he always starts his YouTube videos or his Snapchats with, "Hey, how are ya?" or "Hi, how are ya?" And now every time I say, "Hi, how are you?" I think of him. Anyway, so I had a little trouble with the date cover deco this week. I really thought that those half-cut headers were going to look good, one above the date cover and one below the date cover. But then they ended up just looking a little spiky to me. I don't know. It wasn't giving the fluffy snowflake vibe that I was going for. So I just randomly had a thought, and I ended up going back to Tuesday where I had the snowflake header on the bottom, and I instead put a larger, I don't know why now Gus decides he needs to talk. I put a larger snowflake also from Honey Inked underneath the date cover, and then just move that date cover up. And I actually really like the way it looks. I think it gives a very interesting look up there. It gives it some visual interest, if you will. I like how the date covers are at different heights, and I just think it turned out really well. I have to be honest, when I was laying down this kit, I was not sure how I felt about the tan in this kit. I don't know. I really loved the blues, and it was turning January blue, so it was a perfect kit to use for this month, but for some reason that tannish color was really throwing me. It was like a brownish tan. It was really throwing me, but once the kit was all together, I really liked the way it looked, and I should know better than to doubt Alicia from Sadie Stickers. I am using both strips of washi from the kit. I thought they were both really pretty, of course tied perfectly together with the kit. If you're using an EC Life Planner, the most kits washi does not fit in totality across the bottom, so you'll have to white out a bit at the end. Personally, it doesn't bother me at all, but it may bother some people. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking out squares from old sticker sheets that I just cut up. And I do this so I can figure out my full box placement. If you watched, I forget what video I did it with. Was it my last video? I don't remember. One of the videos, as if that was so long ago, but one of the videos I actually talk through the box placement, and it is a process. I don't know why I make it such a process, but it is. But anyway, by doing this and just putting the full boxes down on reusable squares, I'm able to reorganize everything and see how everything looks without anything being permanent. And you'll see me zoom out right here and then see how this works in real time, or sped up 4 times, but you'll see how I'm able to rearrange them. So I like using this method when I'm just not sure about the colors and the patterns that the full box would make. Of course, as soon as I start filming, Gus needs just about everything. Sorry. Gus is my 7-year-old French Bulldog, by the way, who's been with me the last 7 years every day. And at night he likes to go like underneath a blanket, like he likes to cuddle. And he also just cannot breathe on a normal basis. But anyway, so here is my process of me figuring out my full box situation. I typically put the box with the greatest contrast to the other boxes on Thursday, I noticed. So a box that is like a one-off or my favorite or just has different coloring like I mentioned than the other boxes. I typically put that one either on Thursday or up where the quote box goes, in the sidebar rather. So like I said, I make this a very big process, but I think this is the layout I finally go with. Oh no, I'm sorry. Now that I look at my planner, this is not the layout I go with, but it's close. I actually forget, or I realize when I'm laying Monday and Tuesday down, that this week I still had my Christmas tree up. I only took my Christmas tree down on the 6th, which is Little Christmas. So I brought back in, there's 9 full boxes you get with this kit. So I actually brought that little Christmas tree back in because it wasn't too late to add that in. I can't remember what the issue was, why I didn't want to put that Christmas tree on Friday. Oh, I think it's because I took my Christmas tree down on Thursday. I kid you not. I'm pretty sure that's why I had to switch it ultimately. Yeah, and here is where I make that switch. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to marinate with the decision for a little bit before I lay everything down and make it permanent. So let me move over to the sidebar. My sidebar is the same as usual, nothing fancy here. I lay down all the trackers that the kits have to offer. This one offered 2, which I love, so I laid those down. Then it's just a piece of washi. Then I put down the Monday through Sunday sort of list tracker bit, and that's used to track my meals or my dinners. I've always thought about tracking something different there, like my hours of sleep or pages read or something like that, and I'll do that one day, but I haven't done it yet. I haven't actually, for this the entirety of this spread, I didn't fill out anything in the sidebar. You'll see it filled out on Instagram, but I am making stickers for my habit trackers because I'm tired of writing the same thing over and over again, so I'm just going to make my stickers. I'm going to make myself stickers is what I am trying to say. So I turned my planner on the side to finish laying down the full boxes. I just find I'm able to line up the box with that top line divider a little bit easier, so that's why I do that. I don't do it all the time, but for this week I just felt like it was working easier for me. A little wiggle. And now I go into my foil binders, and I'm just looking for the straight line dividers from Paper Trail Plans just to mark my week. I love having the calendar down here. My only complaint is that this is a Monday start weekly, but the calendar is a Sunday start, so it's just annoying that they wouldn't put the calendar also as a Monday start. I don't know. To me, that just makes sense, but apparently doesn't for other people. And now we get into the day by day. This was a fairly chill week, was it? Yeah, we had a snowstorm this week, which was exciting. But on Monday, by the way, I slowed this part down a bit. I only sped it up double speed instead of quadruple, and it's just so I could chit chat a little bit more and not be out of breath because I'm wildly out of shape, and talking really fast makes me lose my breath. So first thing I marked on Monday was with a deco piece from the kit to mark that we had a winter weather advisory. Nothing came of it. I'm not really sure why, but you know. But it was nice because nobody was in the laundry room because it was a winter weather advisory, so I was able to get 5 loads of laundry done. Not at the same time, but just about. It didn't take me all that long. Then I went on a grocery run. I used an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark my laundry, and then I used a Doodle sticker from White Deer Stationery to mark grocery shopping. A little trouble with this box down here. I'll go back to fix it. I don't know why I wrote it like that and did it so crooked, but who knows what Diana was thinking, past Diana. I used a laptop doodle icon from the kit to mark some of the reports I took care of at work, and then I used the scalloped quarter box to mark that I made chicken and rice pilaf. It's funny because when I was a server back in the day, I was a waitress for many, many years, and whenever somebody ordered chicken, you would write like CHX or CHIX instead of like the whole word chicken. And now for whatever reason, I still mark that in my planner. So I just wanted to point out that I do know how to spell chicken. I just shorthand it if you ever see that in my planner. Anyway, I used an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark my dinner, and then I used an icon again from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that I called my Nana this night. Had a little chit-chat with, actually, I have to call her, that reminds me. But anyway, I had a little chit-chat with her. Now I'm just fixing that bachelor area. That script, by the way, is from Letters to Apollo. It didn't want to come up nicely, so I just used a little undo, and it solves all the issues as usual. And then I give the page a little shake just to help it dry out. And again, disclaimer, Gus is sleeping right next to me, so if you hear little high-pitched snores, that's that. So I ended up using an icon from the kit, and then I just moved everything over a bit, and I liked how it came out better this time. But for some reason, I still couldn't write T, and actually now as I'm looking at my planner, like that T was just the smallest thing ever, and I never went back and added it, so now it just says He Bachelor. So on Tuesday, I used a flag from the kit and then this icon from Sadie Stickers to mark that I was up at some ungodly hour. I don't know why I woke up so early. My body was just like, okay, we're done sleeping now. Up. So I ended up getting out of bed because I was just laying there. Felt dumb. Then I set up my reading journal. I used a doodle from White Deer Stationery to mark that, and then a box from the kit. I've been really enjoying having a reading journal. So basically what it is, it's like a journal. But I have a personal size, I think, from Archer and Olive is what they call it. And there I just mark all my reading stats. So I read quite a bit. And every month I write down like the pages I read per day. It's just another tracker, really. And then if I'm reading any sort of fiction books that are in a series or create worlds, I am able to take notes in that notebook. Then I use a piece of floral deco to mark another report I worked on for work. Then I use this box. I don't know the appropriate term for them, but like the smaller box from the kit to mark that I went to the gym. But for some reason, I got to the gym and I was like, all right, I'm just going to go and I'm just going to do a half-hour cardio, like ease back into things. And I ended up running sprints. I don't know why I did that, because then I was out for the count for the rest of the week. I was like, that was too much. I don't know. I had like this rush of motivation and then completely regretted it. But anyway, I used an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that. Then I was on the phone with half my family that night. Just some family stuff going on. So I used a checklist to mark that. And then I used an icon from Planning World to mark it even more to decorate the space, I guess. On Wednesday, as a contrast to Tuesday, I slept in. I used 2 bits from the kit to mark that. I just used a little scallop corner and then that eye mask again from the kit. Then I used a piece of washi to mark work and that girl from Pandabird Designs. I like to mark work the same way as much as possible, so I use this same combination to mark work for the rest of the week, so I'm not going to keep repeating it. Then after, or in between some work things, I ended up finishing my foil binders. It was one of my goals to reorganize them and relabel them, and I did, and they turned out really nice. I'm really happy with them. On the second half of Wednesday, I mark that I read. I use a doodle sticker from Planning Like a Pro and a script from Kinsey's Creations to mark that. Then I used a quarter box and an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that I made dill chicken, again with the chicken. That was a HelloFresh recipe and it was actually really good. Then I used a girl from Fox and Pip to mark yoga, my yoga challenge day 4. And again, as I film this, I have not done yoga, I think since then, or maybe a few days later, but on Thursday, I used a flag from the kit to mark payday. That little script there is from Paper Blush Bar when she was open. Then I don't know if any of you are experiencing issues with getting your dog's dog food, but my dog's dog food, the flavor that he always eats, is sold out everywhere. Supposedly they're having supply chain issues getting the protein, and I was literally down to like a last cup or two because I wait until the last minute to get dog food because usually it's in stock, so you just don't think to worry about these things, again, first world problems, but couldn't find it anywhere. I called a bunch of stores. I didn't mark it in my planner, but I ran out like 3 or 4 times to 3 or 4 different stores just trying to find his food, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I eventually found a small bag the following day on Friday, which I picked up, but I haven't been able to find a large bag since. So that's why it says hunt for the dog food. And I use an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that. On Thursday afternoon, I use a really pretty teacup from Rose and Tea Shop. I'm so sad they closed. To mark that I did some tidying and had a cup of tea. I was really into like tea in the afternoon over the last few weeks. I don't know why. It was just like a nice warm hug and like a little afternoon pick-me-up. So I've really been enjoying that. Then I used a box to mark that I made flatbreads with Sean. Again, it's a HelloFresh recipe. Really good. They turned out great. Then I just used a piece of deco to mark that we just hung out and had a chill evening. On Friday is when we had the snowstorm. We ended up getting about 6 inches here, so it was a significant snowstorm, which I was really excited about. I used a corner scallop from Pandabird Designs, and then that script that says Snow Day is from Paper Muse Crafts. I marked work the same way I marked work on Wednesday and Thursday. Then I took a trip to Home Goods, and I used a doodle icon from White Deer Stationery to mark that. On Friday afternoon, I used a half box from the kit and then an icon from Blue Paper Studio to mark that I took down my tree and all my Christmas decor, and I was sad. When I was a little girl, my mom said that I would get really sad throwing out the Christmas tree because I felt bad for it. And as an adult, I still feel really bad for the Christmas tree. I don't know why. It just hurts my heart to throw it in the garbage. It just feels so like human and wasteful. So I know like the Christmas tree farms that send you the root ball so they can go back and be replanted are a thing, and I will definitely be looking into some different methods in upcoming years. But I love having a real tree. I love the process of going to get a real tree, like going to a farm. I had a fake tree growing up, and I don't know, it just loses something having to like assemble your Christmas tree, to me anyway. So that's my spiel on the Christmas tree. Below that, I used a doodle icon from White Deer Stationery and a utensil icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that I made soup, and I read while I was eating dinner. And then I used this scallop box to mark that I filmed a plan with me, along with an icon from Crafts by Thaowie. I had a little trouble with the spacing and stuff here on the bottom of Saturday rather, so this will come up in just a minute. But I marked that I had a really bad dream on Saturday morning. It was just, I don't know. I don't know what is inside of me that is capable of dreaming up like such awful things, but it was a terrible one. So I was up for a little while at like 5 o'clock in the morning, didn't fall back to sleep sort of thing. It was so fun. But it was a good day. Despite that, it was one of my friend from high school's bridal showers. So I used a box from the kit, and then I used some floral deco, and then an icon from By Thaowie to mark her bridal shower. I was actually running so late for her bridal shower. It was about 40 minutes away from me, the restaurant that we were going to, and I don't know why I didn't time it better. Like, I am usually one of these people who is, either extremely on time, on the minute, or early, and for me to be late was like enough for me to mark it in my planner. Like, that's how little it happens. Like, I walked in and everyone's like, oh, mark it on the calendar, I'm here before Diana, sort of thing. So I marked it on the calendar. Saturday evening, I got home and I ended up speed cleaning my apartment because Sean was going to come over, and because I was so late in the morning, I was like running around like a tornado, and just, you know how that whole situation goes. So I used a quarter box to mark that. I know you guys don't see it on screen yet, but it is coming, I promise. I used a quarter box to mark that and an icon from By Thaowie. Then me and Sean went to the mall and just walked around. I had to do a return. He wanted to look for something, so I used a little piece of deco from the kit and a shopping bag from White Deer Stationery to mark that. And then I used a third box at the bottom to mark that me and Sean went to this like really cozy restaurant right by my house, right in town. They had live music, we had dinner, we had a few drinks. The band that was playing was actually really good. They were playing like covers of older but popular music, so it wasn't super niched. It was just like something that everyone could vibe to and sing to. Like, if you didn't know the song, you knew the words, sort of thing. So it was a really cool experience. We really just hung out. It was a really chill night. On Sunday morning, we woke up. We got bacon, egg, and cheese delivered, which is like my new favorite thing. It happens at least once a weekend. It's just so amazing not to have to leave my house. And then I used a takeout bag from White Deer Stationery to mark that. I don't know why I've been doing this on Sunday, but I've been jumping around. Like, I'll start at the top and then I'll go to the bottom on Sunday. I don't know why that's a thing. I'm sorry, but here I just marked with a half box that me and Matt and our friend Sam went out to a brewery near us, and we just had some burgers and some drinks, and it was just really cool to hang out. And then above that, I used an icon from the kit and a script from Kidsy Creations to mark that I was reading. Then I used a quarter scallop to mark that I hung the print that I ordered in my dining room. I posted it on Instagram. It is a woman drinking a glass of wine and a man just staring at her in awe. And it's just such a pretty print. It was from Vogue in 1962, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's how I marked that. I used a piece of floral from the kit. And then above that, I went back up to Sunday morning, and I just didn't have fun with this section either. I ended up pulling this up and put down a piece of washi, or no, it was a flag that I ended up cutting down. That silhouette is from By Thaowie, and I just marked that I made myself some foil stickers, heavily inspired by Danny with a Planny on Instagram. She does the most beautiful foiled stickers for herself, and I was chit-chatting with her, and she just inspired me to do them myself. So that is the end of this week's spread. I really loved how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!